Hi, kitty. Stop that. Do you want to be on camera? Kitty kids, kitty kids, kitty kids. Oh, I guess I should turn this sound on. Hi to you guys signing on. It's good to see you. I'm waiting to see the comments pop up so I can see who's here. But thank you for signing on. Hello. Toby, you have to message me because I believe I read on one of your posts that you're in town. So therefore you have to visit me. You're obliged to do so. Stop eating the cardboard. I have a cat that eats cardboard because that makes sense. Hello. Michaela? Oh, your name looks familiar to me. So I must have met you. Nice to see you. Nice to see all of you guys. And yeah, Toby, just text me. That's the best way to get a hold of me. Probably not in this particular moment, but just text me so that we can hang out and go do some fun shit. So Toby is one of my pals. Hello to you guys all signing on. Hi. I was a little late, as I am for almost everything. So thank you for being patient with me. I appreciate it. I was going to do a couple readings and talk a little bit about my Wednesday night class and answer any questions that I can as we go along here. Your puppy was eating the corner. Where did that go? Someone's puppy was eating the corner of something. Hold on, wait, show. Where did it go? Oh, it was eating the corner of my computer. It's like the cat and pup are in sync. Yes, she's just randomly eating cardboard over here. So, and she's enjoying it. So I have to stop. The other day I dropped some papers on the floor. She tried to eat. Oh my God. I actually have a story to tell you guys. So last night, so my cat, I find that I want to talk to you guys about how signs work. And I get such great signs from Mike. And I hear so many great stories about different signs people have gotten. But this one was kind of crazy. So you guys know it's been like 20 years since Mike died. And he's the reason that I do this and all that other stuff. So anyway, so last night, my cat has this habit. If I leave a sock on the floor, if I leave a XL energy belt on the floor, it's in the kitty litter box. She immediately takes it and puts it in the kitty litter box. Why she does this, I have no idea, but that's what she does. So anyway, last night I was laying there and I was, like falling asleep and I kept hearing her like fighting with this bag. And I was like, what are you doing? And I look over and it's a bag of these little butterfly sticker things that I meant to put on my wall a while ago, maybe like 2.5 years ago. And they still have all the little putty stuff in there. And it's like this Ziploc bag. So anyway, she's doing that. And I grab the bag out of her hand. And as I do, all the butterflies fly out. And what is in the butterflies but a picture of Mike? Like a photo, like a literal paper photo of him flew out. It isn't with all my other pictures where I usually leave it. And I don't even know how it got in there, but it looked exactly like him. It was from 1994. So that was like within a couple of years of me meeting him. So he looked exactly like he did when we met, but it was so crazy. And he was smiling in the picture and he looked so happy. And I was like, fine, hi. But he's been showing me like lots of signs lately. So I always think that that's really cool when he shows up because it's been 20 years, but that doesn't mean it doesn't still bother me. So it's nice when I get to hear from him and get a sign. So I just wanted to share that with you guys because it was just crazy. I love that I still get signs like that. And I love that people still get signs like that too from their loved ones. And I've heard so many stories of all the cool shit that spirit does when they come to visit. There's one lady who I can't remember her name. If I saw her, I know who she was. But she has a son who's in the spirit world that I've talked to like a million times. She is constantly finding links of little chain that are, I can't remember if it's 7 or 9 links, but she finds them in the weirdest places, on the beach, in the living room, in her car. She doesn't know where any of them come from, but she finds those every time her son is around. And she attributes it to him. So therefore, she keeps finding more and more of those. And I just think that that's so cool. And I think that that's awesome. So we should all have signs like that. And then, oh, wait, who said, I haven't had any signs in a while? I think that over time, actually, the more time that goes by, we kind of get used to the way signs work. So we have to kind of like look for the magic in things, because we live in a world that is pretty unmagical sometimes. So it's kind of nice when those things pop up and it just like adds a little sparkle to your day, or something like that. So hopefully you guys have loved ones that visit you too. I know they do. It's really just about if we see it or not. Like they're always there. Hi, Janette. My son's dad passed away today. His birthday was March 28th. On March 27th, my son found out he's working with his sister. He brought them back together. Oh, I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that. So I have a theory that the more time that goes by, the more signs they can give us because we've moved through our grief. And the analogy I always use, because I think this is the best analogy, is like, like if you're in the city and you look up at the stars, there's like 5 because of the light pollution. But if you go up in the mountains or out in the middle of the ocean, you see all of the stars. Like the sky is filled with them. And I think light pollution is like grief. So when we're first starting our journey of grief of the people that we've lost, we have tons of light pollution. So we only see like a few signs here and there. But as we move away from our grief and as we heal, they can still visit with us because I don't even think time is real. So they still want to talk to us. They still want to say hi. But there's so many other cool ways that they start to come through if you're looking and if you're paying attention. So I have a tendency to not pay attention to anything going on around me. Someone could be with me in the car and say like, do you see that? And I have no idea what they're talking about. But I will look at someone's license plate. I will pay attention to the numbers on my receipt. I will pay attention to weird shit like my cat dragging a bag of butterflies into a kitty litter box. I will pay attention to that. And because I pay attention to it, signs can come in all those different ways. So just keep an open mind. Hi. Just keep an open mind about how your loved ones might be visiting because it's always really cool. And then I'm going to do a couple of readings tonight. I think I might do a tarot reading, and I think I am probably going to do a mediumship reading because, that's what I do. And, but I wanted to tell you, for you guys that, I'm doing these classes once a month now. They're monthly classes, and this next one coming up is about energy and how it works. And I have some dowsing rods and pendulums, and you can do it online or you can definitely come to my office. But if you want to participate in that, that's on Wednesday. So the dowsing rods are really cool because you can like actually watch people's aura open and close. And the pendulums are cool, but also just working with energy and like understanding your chakras and stuff like that. So it's a little 2-hour class. It's online, in person. You could be either or. It doesn't matter to me. But I do like seeing your faces. And so I just want you guys to know that, wait, what did that say? Kimmy Cat M. That looks familiar. I'm a Kim Cat. Who is that? Wait, unique medium. I miss being in Colorado and making an in-person appointment. Oh, Zoom is just as good. So maybe if you want to take a Zoom class, you can take a class that way. And then I have some people who just kind of come in and then schedule so that they could do things in person. But if you're in a different state, it makes no difference. It doesn't even make a difference if it's over the phone or in person. I've been doing this like 20 years, so nothing makes a difference at this point. People bring their screaming kids. They can bring their service animals. I can have my cat at the office. It doesn't matter. It all works the same. Loved ones aren't particular about that. So I just want to say Oh, I'm sorry you're missing April, who's on there, who, when I had my book, her little, I think it was her son or her grandson, I can't remember, that he was in the book with a dog next to his face, because that's one of the signs is like puppies and how they can see spirit, and cats and all that, and babies, because their perception is different than ours. So I remember that, but she also knew my brother in high school, and that's how I know her, from high school. So, all right, you guys. So, oh, it's your daughter. See, that was her daughter. But I am going to do a couple of readings. I definitely will do a medium reading, but I think I'm going to start with my new tarot deck. And I will be teaching a tarot class. I still have to get a hold of Jen and Sarah and see if they want to do it with me. Otherwise, I'll just be teaching one this year. And it's like to learn the whole deck. And it's a bunch of classes, but they're short and they're online. And so it's probably like 6 classes, but it's to understand the entire deck and how it works and how to do readings and spreads and stuff like that. It's definitely not something that is a quick class. So if you have a dedication to it or you want to learn a different perspective, you guys are welcome to participate in that. I still don't have it online yet, but I will soon. So I'm looking, okay. Need to take those. Hi. I'm just reading you guys, so I'm sorry. Tonight, for now, I am going to, for someone scheduled in June in person, I just wondered if you had any messages for me tonight because of a recent tragedy. Okay, you guys. So I am just going to let Spirit pick tonight. Hopefully you guys can come on and we can do it together. If you feel comfortable with that, at least your voice. So what I'll do is I will put a little, what am I saying? Put a little link in there, and Stephanie will put a link in there, whether you're on YouTube or whether you're on Facebook. And just be careful, you guys. Don't put a bunch of your information in the comments. I don't need that. It's better for us to talk anyway, just because there's so many like shady people out there who like try to take money from people and lie about all kinds of shit. Oh, I read this and I'm getting a message. I feel like I have something for you. Don't believe that shit. So, and it certainly is not me. So I will just let you know that. So right now, I just kind of wanted to start with a psychic one. I have my tarot deck. So I thought I would kind of do it this way. How should I do it this time? If like I can, so what I would want is a topic and your favorite number. So just put a topic and what your favorite number is. You know, there's people that have certain numbers that are their favorites or whatever. So put that in there. Thank you for whoever's giving me compliments. I appreciate all compliments. I'm Leo rising, so I appreciate all the compliments. But let me say, put your favorite number in there, but also put a topic that you want to ask me a question about. And this is a psychic question because I have my tarot cards and I want to use them because I got a new deck and I love it. So you want to talk, hi, Angela. I know her son. He's always around. I'm looking. Okay. Wait, where did the hell did that go? Sorry, you guys. Don't you love just like looking up my nose while I try to read? Animals, grandparents, moving. I'm looking for something. I haven't seen it yet. So just keep putting a topic and a number. Topic and your favorite number. Da-da-da-da-da. Nobody has the same favorite number as me. That's what I was looking for. The favorite number. So number and topic. Oh, wait, what was that? What was that? Janette. Where did Janette go? Who's Janette Garcia? Come back. Where did she go? I don't know. She said something about a breakthrough. Where did that go? Janette Garcia. You. All right. That's not my favorite number, but I saw your name and it stood out. So I'm picking you first. Janette, I highlighted you. And now I'm going to send you an invitation. Hold on a second here. Invite. Copy. All right, Janette. I am. No. I don't want to hide it. All right, so I'm putting a link in the comments, but I'm only going to take her. So if you click the link and get on the camera, I'm not going to be able to bring you on. So, and Janette, hopefully I sent that right. Did I send that right? Oh, share the referral link. Yes. I did it. Can you do it? Oh, sorry. I'm not supposed to send you the referral link because that gets you to sign up on StreamYard. All right. So this is for Janette. This is a regular everyday tarot reading. I don't usually do tarot readings in my office because it's time consuming and I'd rather just sit there and tell you everything right away. That's kind of, and then I don't necessarily always connect with loved ones with tarot cards. There are some people that do that, but because I started a different way, I don't usually make that correlation. So Janette Garcia, come on down. Even if you can just do a voice, that's fine. You don't have to be on camera if you don't want to be. Not everybody wants to be on camera, which I totally understand. You guys, you know how I was saying that about this stuff with the signs and everything? I think that, oh, wait. Janette, did you get it? Hold on a sec here. Janette, did you get the link to the get on here? If not, I just posted it. It's on Facebook and YouTube, and I think you're on Facebook. So it should be on the Facebook now, on the like right below your comment on Facebook. I think. I hope. We're hoping. That's what we're hoping. Is that she sees it. Hi to you guys saying hi to me. Thank you for signing on. Thank you for watching me blab away. I think I'm going to start going on TikTok and telling stories about this when I just, for some reason, I always want to do it and then I don't do it. So, hi, I'm doing good. I think that's Rudo's mom. I think that's who that is. Hi, Rudo's mom. Okay, Janette, have you seen it yet? To sign on yet? Won't allow you to click the link. That's a bunch of bullshit. Hold on just a second. Let me try again. Invite. Guests can stream this to their copy. Okay. I'm going to try this again, Janette, because this is just rude. We'll see if we can get it. I don't want you guys to share a bunch of information on here because there's too many scammers and frankly, they can just suck it. So, all right. Try one more time, Janette. See if it came up. Oh, Stephanie sent it to your messages if you don't have it. So that way you can click it. Why? You don't do TikTok. That sucks. Sorry. Oh, it's okay if you don't do TikTok. I like TikTok a lot. And so I actually really like it. So, but I just post videos everywhere. So if I did a TikTok video, I'll just do one on Facebook or whatever. So it's no big deal. Janette, hopefully you see it in your messages. Steph said she sent it to your messages so that you can see it, so that we can do that reading for you. So, hold on here just a sec. All right. So let me know if you get it, because I haven't seen you yet. Haven't seen you come on yet. Wait. Oh. Yeah. So, all right, Janette. It looks like it's supposed to be about a breakthrough. So let me see, because I don't know what the hell's going on. But I'm just going to kind of pull cards and then we'll see what comes up. So did you send it to my messages? Yes, she did send it to your Facebook messages. That's where it went. So we'll see if it's on there. And yes. So we'll see if we get you in like just a couple of minutes, but I'm going to pull cards for right now anyway, because I don't even know what the breakthrough is about. But I am going to pull some cards, which I'm doing right now. Why is it doing all that? That's a lot. My computer's doing a lot, you guys. A lot of things it's not supposed to be doing. Come on, go away. Why is it doing that? There we go. Nope, that's not it either. Steph, I didn't close it, right? It's still on. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, my whole computer just did some weird shit. Hi, guys. I'm waiting to see if I can get a hold of Janette. If not, I'm just going to do the reading like this. And then, Janette, you can just give me feedback in the comments. But it looks like the initial thing that you asked for was about a breakthrough. Oh, there she is. I'm just a whole lot of problems tonight, you guys. All right. Oh, where'd she go? Did she disappear? Oh, no. Wait, there she is. Okay, there's Janette. You will need to connect their microphone. So the only thing you need to connect, Janette, is make sure your microphone is, so that I can talk to you. But I pulled some cards already so that we'll be ready to go the minute I hear your voice, or hopefully you're able to get on. We're just waiting for Janette because I'm going to do a reading for her with tarot cards, and then I'm going to do another reading. But I'm just waiting. So I hope you guys are all doing good. And so I want to hear what's going on too. So I will be doing this for a while longer. So I'm supposed to be doing an appointment at 8. I have a client that I'm supposed to call at 8, but I haven't heard from her yet. So I might not, and I might just stay on here and do more readings. I don't know what I'm going to do. But Janette, I don't have sound for you or anything. So I don't know what the hell's going on. So if it's okay with you, we can. She what? You have to click your mic button on the bottom to get access to. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And it's on the bottom of the StreamYard. So, all right. So you guys, thank you for signing on and stuff. We're giving it a shot. But Janette asked something about having a breakthrough. And again, you guys, try not to put that much information in the comments and stuff, especially not Facebook people, because, YouTube's pretty safe with that kind of stuff, but Facebook is dangerous. There's just people that go on there and they look at your information and they comment and they say they have some kind of special message for you. And so there's that. So I just don't want you guys to get like screwed over. So Janette, I don't know what's going on, but I picked you to do a reading. So if you want to just go in the comments, we can do this that way. It does look to me like you said something about a breakthrough, but I'm just kind of like tuned into your energy overall. And I'm using my tarot cards for this to start. But it looks like you're trying to trust the process with something kind of going on in your life. It feels like whatever you're trying to trust the process with, it might have something to do with money or work or like family, like very real world kind of stuff, and trying not to let it kind of get to you. So it's almost like you're having this awareness of where your stress comes from, what your anxiety is. It's like this place of awareness that I'm seeing. So hopefully, Janette, you're still around. But I feel like that's just kind of where you're at right now with things or how things are going. But then I have this whole other chapter connected here. So that seems like the past. And now it seems like I'm talking about the future. And so the future thing I'm talking about, it looks like you might be contemplating some new opportunities around like money or your life or something like that, and setting some pretty firm boundaries with people in your life, whether they like it or not. So it actually feels kind of, like you're not going through a breakthrough, but in fact, some sort of a transformational time. I would love some feedback from you. I don't know why it's not cooperating here, but it is not. So I'm going to say that for you because I want to make sure that I get to somebody else. And so this time is insane. I have you a message for me. I so appreciate. Hi, Tiny Girl TV. I don't know who that is. But hello, I will let you guys know about other loved ones coming in. I just really kind of was hoping that I could get to Janette, but for some reason, StreamYard is acting weird. So we'll see if we hear from her again. But that is what I will say for now. I'll leave my cards right here so that if I do get to see her or if she's able to come on, I can get some feedback. Okay, so it is a very cold night in Colorado. I want to talk about a woman who's I'm going to tell you about the lady that's here. And I don't want you to put anything in the comments yet. I just want to say who I think she is. So before you put comments in, before you do any of that, just don't do that. And the reason I say don't do that is because what happens when I do this, sometimes I get pulled in a million different directions. So if I can kind of flesh her out and tell you some things about her, and then it's not something that you guys are trying to make fit, because when you do this kind of stuff, it's really weird how it works. It's like all your spirits are here, but I'm just kind of grasping onto some information that initially I'm familiar with, not meaning that I've talked to them before, but just meaning like, oh, that feels like a chick. That feels like this. That feels like that. So I have a lady here who's coming through from the spirit world. So no comments yet, please, please, please. And I'm not even able to read them anyway. So just don't do that yet. So I have a woman here who's telling me that when she dies, it is connected with medication or too much medication. It could be like an overdose of medication. So whatever it is, if it's a drug, it's a legal drug. So I'm not really getting the feeling of like an overdose with I don't know, meth or something. But I am getting the feelings here of someone who had too much medication in her system when she died. She looks like she's probably close to my age. So I'm 51. So she's got to be a little older or a little younger than me. I feel like the medication that we're talking about is a surprise. Don't worry, Janette. I will get back to you, and I've left all the cards here. So don't worry. We'll be back. But I feel like this lady who's coming through, she just tells me her passing is very unexpected for her family. She does tell me she left behind like kids, but they look like they're adults or close to adults, I should say. They're not little. But there was medication in her system, and I feel like she just took too much. And I don't know if it was intentional or not, but I know that something's in her system like that when she dies. And I know that it's not natural causes. And I know, though, that somebody might have said, oh, she died of a heart attack, or she died in her sleep, or something like that. But she's kind of on the younger side. And, you know, like, I mean, I don't see a lot of 50-year-olds dying, or 40 or 50-year-olds, but she definitely leaves behind kids. She is very kind of like depressed when she's alive. So I just feel like she must have had like a bunch of other health stuff going on that kind of weighs heavily on her heart. And I'm not exactly sure what that is, but it has to do with her life circumstances and her health. And Janette, don't go anywhere because I still have these cards for you. So we're still going to do your reading. But I feel like hello to everyone saying hi. I'm not exactly sure what her relationship is to whoever is here, but it feels very friendly or sisterly to me. So she would be someone that you felt particularly close to. But her death comes very quickly. She is kind of depressed. She kind of didn't always take the best care of herself. And I feel like she kind of struggled with that a lot in her life. And I don't know what she had this medication for, but it seems like she took too much of it. I don't know if it's intentional or not, but she definitely took too much of it. So she leaves behind a family. She leaves behind a female who, I don't know if that's her sister or her friend. I almost feel like it's a lady. I almost feel like it's a lady who's leaves behind her kids and her family, and there's a lot of unknowns connected with her death. So this is the thing. I feel like she wasn't in the best place, but she might have a daughter or a sister watching or something like that. And she just looks like she's close to my age. So again, I'm 51, so she's got to be her late 40s or early 50s. So does anybody have anybody like that? I see hi. I see someone saying Crystal. I feel like my sister-in-law. All right, Renee, you're in the back of my, T9ers. And and as always, she did try. Okay, wait. I got April. You said your mother. Is that what you said? Your mother? Yeah, your mom was your best friend. Okay, and always she did try offer on her Dilantin. Okay, April, hold on. Emma, hold on. And thought I saw one T. Hold on. Okay, so the lady that I feel like they would have thought it looks like she died in her sleep, but I think there was medication in her system, and it seems like she took too much of it. And it seems like she struggled a lot with mental health stuff in addition to physical health issues. And she might have been a little bit heavier set when she was alive. So that is, I see you guys putting stuff up here. I don't know. I wouldn't say it's a mother-in-law. I would say if it's a mom, it'd be a mom who was extremely close to you. Welcome, whoever that was who said that they were just coming in. Okay, April, you said your mom died in her sleep. And then there was also T who said her mom died in her sleep as well. Okay. And she was heavy set. Okay. April, I know you, but I don't know anything about this. So I don't know if I've ever talked to your mom before or not. But for some reason, I just feel like I'm with T. And I don't know why, but T or Renee, I can't decide who I am with. So let's see. T, you said your mom died in her sleep. And yes, she was heavy set. And Renee, who is that person to you? Who is that person to you, Renee? Because I feel like I'm with T, but okay. So whoever this Nicole person is, Steph, can you just get her out? Okay. Agree with you. Okay. So T, all right. So Renee, it's your sister-in-law, but T, you said she died in her 50s. She died in her sleep. She was heavy set. I think I'm with T. And I know that there's other people here. And even when you talk about them, they come. So it's like when I'm doing readings for people and they're like, they say a name and I'm like, that's not who this is. It's somebody else. Like I can feel that other people came in, but I think I'm with T. And I don't know why I think I'm with T. It just feels like I'm with T. And then there's something about her mom. So T, what I'm going to do is I'm going to invite you. Hopefully this works this time. And then I'm probably going to do another reading because my person who I'm supposed to do readings for tonight, she has to reschedule. So therefore, I can stay on here and do more readings. So, and I'm pretty happy about that. So let me put this in there. There's the link. So let me see. All right. So you should see it in, I think T is on Facebook and she should see it on the Facebook feed close to under her name. And then all she has to do is click it. And then I'm still going to do a couple more and hopefully Janette's on here too, because I'll do one for her because we had problems with it. Okay. So I'm just waiting for Janette or not Janette, T, but Renee, your sister-in-law being here, I'm sure she is. In April, I'm sure your mom is as well, because I'll get to you, Janette, after this one, and then I'll do another one after that. So we just are waiting for T to be able to click her link. And it's in the Facebook chat under Medium and Psychic Kim Moore. It should have the link that you can click on. And it's the name that's highlighted, T Ninners. I like that name, T Ninners. So, but your loved ones are here. So if you guys, just because I'm not talking to them at this moment does not mean that they're not present. It doesn't mean that they didn't come to say hi or anything like that. It just means that I'm one person having one conversation with one dead person and one living person. So that's all it means. It doesn't mean that they aren't here to say anything. It doesn't mean that they're not here because they don't love you or anything like that. They fucking love you. I promise you that. But it just takes a little while. Like I'll get one and then I need to focus on that. But there's so many people here that I want to at least make sure that I get to where I can go with this. So, there she is. Add to stage. Okay, T, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. You don't have to put your camera on. I don't care. It's late. You might be in your pajamas. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
But have I ever read you before?
No.
No. Okay, perfect. I just like to ask people. So I'm going to tell you kind of how I work, and then we're going to jump right into this because I feel like your mom's here. She seems very close to you. So my thoughts is like you and your mom were pretty tight, or at least you took care of her or looked out for her or something like that, because her heart and your heart are very connected. But I ask you to try not to tell me too much as we go, because even if you were at my office, I'd say the same thing. Like, don't tell me a bunch of stuff. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'll just go back and see if I can reinterpret. But I definitely feel like she's here, but it's not just her. You have other people in the spirit world as well She's just my first communicator, because she has somebody younger with her over there, someone maybe closer to like a son's age for her, so like closer to your age than her age. But she's telling me that when she died unexpectedly. It looks like she died in her sleep. She was taking a lot of medication. And I feel like that, though, is kind of the cause, but she also had some other underlying health issues. She would have been depressed and she would have been heavyset. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. You let me know if anything I say isn't true, because it's more important that I get it right and get you the right message that I'm right. You know what I mean? So I want to make sure that you know that she's here. She says that because it's been a little while since she's been gone. So this isn't recent. I don't feel like it's recent.
Yeah, 15 years.
And so there's a guy, though, that died after her that looks like he's closer to your age. I feel like he died kind of unexpectedly as well, not like your mom, in a different way, but she has a man over there who I think died after her, who seems to be like if you had a brother or a partner or a friend, or because he looks like he's probably in the same age group as you. His passing is pretty unexpected as well. But again, it's nothing like your mom's. Your mom's telling me that when she was alive, she had a lot of shit. So I feel like when I tune into her in the spirit world, she wants you to know that she's lighter, like she's lifted, she's lighter. It's almost like my energy feels like it's floating, like bubbles in 7-Up or something, like she's floating. And she's saying that to you because I feel like there was a lot of stuff around the end of her life that was pretty heavy and hard for her. And so it looks like when she's coming through to talk to you, it's like she's trying to lift you or lift your spirits or lift your spirits about whatever's going on in your life. Because she definitely seems like very attached to you. But I also think you have a dad or an uncle in the spirit world as well, because there's a man standing next to her that looks like he's in her age group. And then there's another man that looks like he's in your age group. So does she have a brother or your dad or something in the spirit world as well, who also
she has her dad?
But what about her? Does she have a brother or a brother-in-law over there?
Yeah, okay. She has her brother-in-law over there.
Brother-in-law. He looks like he's her age. He doesn't look like, like he doesn't look old enough to be your dad. He looks like he's her age. And that would be your uncle.
My godfather.
Your godfather. I feel like he dies quickly too, but not like that. I do feel like he had some health issues going on with him. And then he declines very quickly. Would that be true about your uncle?
Yes.
Okay. And then do you have someone over there that's close to your age that's died unexpectedly? And I think it's a dude. Either that or it's a very strong-willed female. But whoever that person is standing next to your mom. So I don't know if you have a brother in the spirit world or if there just seems to be another man there. So it could be like a cousin that might be on her side of the family or a brother for you. I mean, it could be like a partner, but I kind of think it's more related.
It's a cousin.
So it's a cousin. And he died unexpectedly. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay. And I think that's kind of a tragic, sad story. So I don't know what happened to cousin. Huh?
Yeah, it's very tragic.
It's awful is what she's telling me.
Yeah.
Your mom is not the type of lady that likes talking in front of all these people. So I feel like, she definitely, this is not her jam. However, she wanted to tell you that she loved you, and you're also a mom.
Yes. And
she's talking about you being a mom. She's talking about watching you as a mom because maybe she didn't get to see that much of it. She's talking about you as a mom because she says you're a different kind of mom than she was. And you try, it's like you make an actual effort to just be different, not because your mom was awful. You are different because you just don't want your kids to have to deal with some of the same shit you've had to deal with. And she has no problems with that. She absolutely adores you. She wants you to know she's here. You carry on a lot of stuff your mom used to do, but you also carry on, like, don't carry it on. And she doesn't have a problem with that. She just wanted to let you know she was here. But I feel like because of whatever, like you said, you've never been to me. I don't even know if you've been to a medium before, but your mom kind of busted in because this is her chance to talk to you and tell you that she loves you. She's been around you a lot, like especially lately. So my thoughts are you're probably having lots of memories or feelings about your mom that have come up for you lately. Is that true?
Yeah.
And is it also true though about like your parenting style or something, like her saying, you know, you want to do things different, not everything, but there's definitely some things that need changing. Like your
Yeah.
kids
I
have a
show
different
my
life
kids
than you
more.
did. Yeah.
Yeah, I show them more affection
Yep.
where
They
she
just have a,
didn't do that for us.
yep. And so that's kind of what she is, very kind of like reserved when she comes through. But I also feel like this was her chance to talk to you. So you're doing it different with your kids, and she's proud of you for that. She takes no offense to any of that. She's like, yeah, she needs to do it different. So I think she's pretty proud of you about that. She's got your cousin over there, and I feel like your cousin's mom is still alive, or his mom and dad are still alive. And I also feel
Yeah.
like she has a brother-in-law over there as well. And I feel like whoever he was with or married to or whatever, like that person's still alive too. So there's a lot, like, and then I think her dad was in the spirit world when she died, but not her mom. Is that true?
Yes.
It's like she died before her mom.
Yeah.
And, but is her mom still alive?
Yeah. She's not
And
doing well though.
yeah, that's what she's talking about, her mom, because her mom outlived her. And you also watch over her mom a lot, she said. So it
Yeah.
seems like you're like doing a lot to kind of like help her mother. And I think that your mom has another sibling or something, and that might be alive. But it's like she's saying, your mom's just saying that there are, her dad's with her because he died before her, but her mom is still alive and she might not be
Yeah.
doing good. But I have to say that whenever her mom passes, because, you know, none of us get out alive, we're all going to end up over there at
No.
some point. She says that there's a lot of people waiting to meet her. So there's a lot of love for your grandma whenever she gets there. And I just want to make sure you know that. And your mom keeps talking about your kids. Like she's got an eye on your kids, or she's got a watchful eye on them. So I feel like your mom's kind of like your guardian angel for your kids. But I do have to say, your thing, you know, she didn't hug you a lot. She didn't do that. And you do that with your kids. I think that that is an improvement. And it's an improvement from what you experienced as well. Because I think your mom was a little like in her head about her own. There seems to be a lot of like sadness with her, unhappiness. And it's not because of her kids, it's just because of her life. So she just wanted to let you know that she loved to see you. And those were not the kinds of things she always said when she was here, but she's saying it now. And that she has an eye on your grandma and your grandfather, your mom, your uncle, who's her brother-in-law, and a cousin of yours seem to be in the spirit world for whenever your grandma crosses over. And I'm supposed to tell you that because your grandma is kind of like another mother to you. And I feel like your grandma wants to heal a relationship with your mom who's in the spirit world. So when they meet, they'll be healing between the two of them and between her dad. She just wants you to know that that's what's happening over there. And you do talk to your mom sometimes or think of your mom sometimes. So I just feel like she says she's always on your mind and in your heart, but there's just been a lot of stuff coming up lately that's just reminded you of her. Whether it's good stuff, bad stuff, it doesn't matter. It's healing that you're looking at it, considering it, thinking about your mom. So I know you've never done anything like this with me before. So thank you for signing on tonight. It seems like your mom took the opportunity to jump in and have a chance to talk to you. Your cousin's mom is still alive, right?
Yes.
Okay. Because of how he died, which I don't think it was natural causes. She
No.
has a very heavy heart about her son. and all the tragedy around that. And it just doesn't seem like natural causes. He's over there with your mom. But there's something here about possibly telling his mother that he's okay. She prays for him a lot and stuff like that. And he just kind of wants her to know that he's okay. And he's with your mother. So I just want to let you know
we
that.
had his funeral yesterday.
Oh, you had his funeral yesterday. Okay. Because he's here. He died after your mom. So obviously yesterday you just had his funeral. So my thoughts are your mom is probably bringing him so that you can show whatever part of your family that he came through today. Because if his funeral was yesterday, it makes sense why she keeps dragging him forward. So he probably wants his mom. He has siblings that are alive. He has a lot of friends that are alive. But his death is very tragic and not natural. So it's like, if you want to pat your mom's not one to share everything. So I'm just going to say, she's just like, it was tragic and it was really bad. And it was very sudden and it's not natural causes, but he's peaceful. And I think,
Okay. Yeah.
He's just peaceful, but I kind of feel like you have some pretty good spidey senses. So my feeling is that you might feel some of these people I've talked to around you, but especially your cousin. And so you are kind of like tuned in your own way. So I just want to tell you that because I think you have felt your cousin's energy around you, possibly yesterday or since he's passed. But his main concern is that, because I know you love him and care about him, but because of how he died, his main concern is that like his mom and his family and his siblings and everybody know he's okay. Apparently he went to his funeral and he liked it. So you can tell him that too. He liked the music that was played and the food that was there and everybody telling stories about him. And so he, and there were a bunch of pictures and I always, some of them he likes, some of them no. But it doesn't matter. And he said there were pictures of me. They talked about me. They laughed. They shared a meal. They shared memories. And he felt very honored in that. And he also did not realize that everybody liked him that much. So I really feel like it was kind of a surprise to him to see so many people in attendance. Does that make sense?
Yes.
There were a lot of people there. And I feel like he felt very honored in that. And he's also cremated. Is that true?
Yes.
And so, they're going to do something special with his ashes or something. They're like breaking him up or doing something with his ashes.
Yeah.
And he said that there was this big picture of him, like where he's smiling. And I don't know if he just had dark hair, a baseball hat on or something, but there's like a picture of him and he looks really good in that. So he likes that picture and he likes that that's the main picture or something that was used more than other ones. So he loved the whole thing, but I also feel like he loved a good party too. So to him, that's kind of what it felt like. So I just want to tell you, your cousin's okay. It makes sense why your mom brought him if his funeral was yesterday. And then you have a grandfather over there and an uncle over there. But I appreciate that you let me do this with you and that you signed on. And it was very nice to meet your mom and your cousin, who's a little bit of he has like a little edge to him. So I like that. He's got a little smart alecky edge. I always can pick up on that because that's my favorite. And I also feel like he loves horror movies and other weird things. Like he's got all these little odds and ends about him. But I feel like he just wanted to just let his mom know that he's with like a grandparent and he's with your mom and he's with people and he's good. So I just want to tell you that, but thank you for signing on. And this video of this will be put back on my Facebook or YouTube or however you found me. So you can scroll to this part just so that you have it recorded. So it will be online.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. We're not going to take it down. So we'll be online and you just got to get to the right moment, which I think was pretty far in. So I think we were at least a half hour in. So I just want to say that, but I appreciate you signing on, and it was very nice to meet you.
Well, nice to meet you, and thank you very much. You helped me a lot.
You're very welcome, and just know your people are around you. So
thank
it's
you.
very nice to meet you. All right. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
You too.
All right, you guys. Janette Garcia, I know you were on here. So I am just waiting for Janette. Come back up here. Oh. You have read me. Hold on, wait. Any messages? Hold on, you guys. I'm looking for Janette Garcia, if she's still on here, because I was going to do a reading for her before, and then we had all kinds of technical difficulties. And I still have my tarot cards sitting here for her. So I just want to make sure if she is here that I get to another reading with her. So give me just a minute. Thank you guys for tuning in and everything. I'm going to do another one after Janette. But I want to get to her first. There she is. I'm still here. I'm going to try the link again. Okay, you're welcome to try it again to see if it works. And if it doesn't work, I'll just do it the old-fashioned way, where it's just me yapping away and you responding. So if you want to try that link again, go right ahead. All right, there we go. Thank you guys for keeping me informed. Oh, is that her? Yay. Okay. But hello. Hello. Her first. There she is. Yes, you can hear me, right?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, you sound just like me. Your voice sounds just like mine.
Does it?
That's so weird. Well, it does to me. In my head, I'm like, is there an echo? So anyway,
I have met you previously.
You've met me before. Okay. So let me tell you, you had something about a breakthrough is what you put. So I am going to tell you what I came up with. I pulled some tarot cards. I don't know what the breakthrough is about. And for you guys watching, I am going to do another reading, but try not to share any information or stuff like that, because I'm not going to read it anyway. And I don't want people to be scammers, especially on Facebook, and tell you, like, we already had one person show up and say, oh, they have a special message. Just ignore that shit. So, okay, Janette. So this is what I feel like. I'm talking about, oh, hi.
Hi.
I see a face. Okay, so this is what I have here, is that it looks like you have had, like, been trying to maybe, like, calm some of your worries or, like, nightmare scenarios of something about, like, family or money or something very, like, real world kind of stuff. You're trying to get all, like, I'm not going to let this stress me out anymore. I feel like you're contemplating some kind of new ways of something about bringing in money or getting things in balance. But by doing that, you would have to have boundaries, or you'd have to be, like, cutting things, like saying, like, this is not okay, that is not okay. Like, it's almost like there's people in your life that you need to kind of, like, draw a line with about certain things, especially things that seem to give you anxiety. So what do you think about that?
Sounds pretty correct.
Okay. And then is there something you're worried about with money or making, like, where you live or financials? It's like a very real world kind of problem.
Yeah. So my son was actually just involved in an accident last week. And I'm kind of worried that the person that was involved with him may try to sue. Yeah. Even though I feel like it was more their fault than it was my son's. So that's something that's been really weighing heavy on me.
Well, have you been, like, it just seems like it doesn't, none of that really, I know it's weighing on you, but I also know that whoever the person, whatever the accident was or whatever that situation was, I am not sure that it, like, that they can, like, you might be worried about more than they actually can do. So it's almost like you might have more concerns about what they're going to do than what they can or will actually do. I agree with you though, that I get that icky, like, I don't know, that icky feeling in my stomach about that particular person.
Mhm.
But I feel like once you set, because you were worried about it, like making nightmares about it, and you're just trying to be calm and handle whatever's coming your way. But I feel like whoever your son was involved with or whatever happened, because your son's alive, right?
Yes.
Like he's alive. And so it's like, I feel like whoever the other person is, they are definitely someone that's going to possibly like try to throw a little shade or something like that at your son. It doesn't actually, in this particular case, I don't know that it matters whose fault it is for at least the financial compensation part. So I'm not exactly sure how that's going to work, but I do know that your son is not necessarily going to have to carry that burden, but somebody else is involved in this that's a little petty. Petty is the word I would use. So, but I don't know that even if they're petty, that they would have the ability to kind of like come back against him. The other thing is that it seems like, and I pulled a card. I said, how will it end up for her son, this whole situation? And the card that I pulled is the Six of Wands, and that's the victory card. So even though you're having all this stress and worry, and even though like your son might have to set boundaries and there might be a little bit of money that has to be spent, at the end of the day, I feel like this card really represents what happens with your son, and that's victory. So I feel like even if someone does that or says that he'll still persevere and that he'll still get through it. But I don't know that there'll be a significant financial thing that he'll have to deal with. And so I don't know if it's like because insurance is involved or something else is involved or whatever, but I don't know that you should let it get that much under your skin, because it looks like your son's going to be okay. So, and I feel like physically he's also okay. So and then one other thing, I just feel like there's people in your life, people around you that I just feel like you have to set boundaries with right now. I don't know if they're costing you money or eating all your food out of the fridge or something like that, but there's something about like having to set boundaries with family or people around you, not because you don't care about them or you think they're taking advantage, but I feel like it's almost like for you, it's better for you just to have these boundaries so that you can have your own. It's almost like when you want to be alone, you want to be alone. Mm-hmm. You don't want people around you or something. You're just like, I need to restore myself. I need to reflect. I need to have this time. And you don't always get that time. So that's what this feels like about making sure you give yourself time to breathe and recalibrate after all the things that happen every single day. Because you got like a hectic life or something. Like I just see a bunch of shit always going on. And it's just like, you just need some time to like, because you're kind of the main person in your family, the one everybody goes to, regardless of what the need is. And so that's fine. You know, like I think you have an issue with that, but I do think that you need more time to kind of like recalibrate, reassess, and just breathe without everybody's need all like swarming around you like a tornado. So does that resonate with you?
Very much. Well, you hit it right on the head, especially with saying, you know, everybody in my entire family, whether it be aunts, uncles, cousins,
they all go
friends,
to you.
Parents. Yeah, they all come to me.
Yep. And you don't even have a chance to breathe. And once you deal with one thing, then there's something else you got to deal with. And so it's like everything's kind of coming at you. And I think you're actually really good at handling all this shit that comes your way, but it takes a toll on you physically and mentally. And so you got to cut yourself some slack and just make sure when you have your downtime, it's your downtime. Like, I don't know if you got to put a sign on your door or turn your ringer off or whatever you got to do. But do that so that you can kind of like catch your breath sometimes and just be able to deal with stuff. So I just want to say that to you. I'm glad I got back with you, because I was like, I have all of our cards out here and I can't tell her. So I left in there the whole time while I was doing the other reading. So I'm glad I got to talk to you. But just make sure, like you're doing everything and like, I don't know that there's a lot of people in your inner circle that you can ask for help for. It seems like you're pretty much the help everybody asks for. And that's because you can handle it. But, life is our experience. And sometimes we have to make time to take care of ourselves before we can, like, the best analogy I can think of is like, everybody is a cup and you're the pitcher and you're pouring water in everybody's pitcher, but you're going dry. So you have to do more things for you, things that you're passionate about, spending time for yourself or whatever to keep the pitcher full. Because if you're going to be giving water to all these people or pouring it out to all these people, you got to have enough to do that. And right now it's not a lot. So I just want to say, make sure you give yourself energy, because if you're going to help all these people, if you're going to do it, you might as well do it right. And you might as well take care of yourself first. And that's not selfish. That's, that's what we got to do. If you want to be there for people, sometimes you got to take care of you. So, and I feel like everybody's always asking you for help. Everybody always has a priority or something that they need taken care of right now, this minute, do this, do that. That's not realistic. So you're allowed to say no.
And you also said in the beginning about possibly like a job or a financial change or something like that. Mm-hmm. And that is also very true. I've been contemplating not just a job change, but possibly a career change altogether.
That doesn't really it's like the career change, because whatever you're doing now is kind of like sucking you dry. Mm-hmm. So it's not just your family, it's your job and your friends and your whatever. It's like everything's pulling from you. So even if you switch to a different career, whether you switch to a different career or stay with the same career and just work for a different company, it just seems like prioritizing your health and well-being is extremely important right now. So if you do want to, because there was, it just looks like something's opening up, but you worry like, well, if I leave this job, then what about this? And what about that? And maybe like you worry about your health insurance or how much you're going to get paid, or do I have to go back to school? Do I have to do all that kind of stuff? But I feel like if you did decide to switch, I feel like you would be successful in that. It's really just your personal life where you got to have the boundaries. Because I actually feel like if you leave your job, I don't know, I think you'd be fucking happy. So it doesn't look like leaving your job is like going to hurt your feelings. So I definitely think that's something to consider. So that's what I would tell you. So if you're going to do it right. Enjoy your life and make more money, because right now it just seems like you're like working your ass off and it's not equal. The value of your time and energy is not what you're getting paid.
Right. I appreciate it. I definitely want to come see you again in person, this time maybe for a class for mediumship.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm doing all kinds of classes now. So I'm back to doing classes again, which I love. And I do a monthly one. And then we just started our one for the year long. But it's, I have a mediumship development group, all that kind of stuff. So, but it was very good to talk to you. Apparently I've talked to you before. I think your voice sounds just like mine, which is really weird, because I was like, am I echoing? What is going on? So that's kind of, yeah.
But and you look amazing.
Huh?
You look amazing.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. I work on it. It's been 183 pounds now. Yeah. So I need to lose like 7 more and I will be so happy. But me and that 7 are in a fight. So, but thank you very much for the compliment. I hope you have a wonderful night, and it was very good to re-meet you apparently. And your voice sounds like mine. So, and just like, I recognize that tone. It's a little stressed. So I hope you have a great rest of your night, my dear. And until we meet again, I wish you all the best.
Thank you for your time.
All right. You're welcome. Bye-bye. All right, you guys, I'm going to do another reading, but I'm going to grab some water. Give me a moment. and then I will do another reading. Hold on. Okay. All right. Now I am going to be rehydrated so I can do another reading. For any of you guys who've come to my office, you probably noticed that I sit there and drink water and green tea all day because that's how I stay hydrated. Okay. So I'm going to do another one. Nope, I'm not doing it that way. I'm not doing a number this time. I'm going to find a different way to do it. So just bear with me. So the last time I did the mediumship one, I told you about the lady, and then the lady brought through a cousin who had a funeral like just a few days ago or yesterday. So let's see kind of where this takes us. I know I've read some of you before, so thank you for tuning in and watching me yap away. And I try to do this like this because I know it's not always cheap to get to come see me. Even though I haven't raised my prices in a while, but still it's, we're living in the world we're living in. So I just want to be able to offer this to you guys and offer classes and stuff like that for people that would like to be connected to this kind of stuff. So, all right. So let's see. I see everybody saying hi to everybody who's on here. I don't know if I'm going to do one after this one. This might be the last one. It might not. It just kind of depends on how I'm feeling at the end of it. But let me share with you some information about who I am tuning into. Because as you saw in the other one before Janette, sometimes the person that comes brings somebody else who may need to be here for some reason. So bear with me. I'm trying to debate if I want to do it by name. Actually, you know what? I'm going to use my tarot cards to help me decide how I'm going to do it. So, okay. Interesting. All right. So what I would say is that there is a story about this person. This is not how they die. This is just a story about this person that when they're alive. But again, this is not how they die. They would have had some kind of an incident with a horse. They would have fallen off a horse or ridden horses or something like that. There's all these horse memories with this person, and they do have a horse with them in the spirit world. So it's someone that definitely had horses. But the thing is, the horses are not like, I'm not talking about horses that race. I'm not talking about those kinds of horses. I am talking about like someone where he has like this pasture and it's not all green. And actually, I feel like he's in Colorado. Whoever this guy is, he lived, and I think it's a man, and I think he lived in Colorado. If it's not a man, it's an incredibly strong-willed woman who could ride horses. But the thing about him is that I think they had horses, but I don't know why they have horses. It's just they have horses. It doesn't seem like they're using them for work. It doesn't seem like they're racing them. None of that. They just have horses. And I see a couple of them, and one of them that's very memorable seems to have the big white thing on the front of the face. But they're kind of, I don't know, like it reminds me of like when you're in southern Colorado and you're kind of on the eastern plains. And I feel like I'm in the southern part of Colorado. So I actually feel like I'm like in Pueblo or Fowler or La Junta or something like that. Because the way this person lives is like out in a community, like, I don't want to say it's farming. It's not farming. It's just there's open land there. And so I see a couple of horses, but I don't know what the purpose of these horses are. And I see someone riding them, and I also see some other kind of, I don't want to call them farm animals. I want to say they're like horses and possibly, I don't know, maybe they're cows or bull or something because it looks all black. But it's just so weird that that's how this reading is starting. So I feel like there's something significant connected to this man that looks like he may have lived somewhere in southern Colorado or south of Colorado Springs, but above the New Mexico, above Trinidad, and on the east of I-25. So it's really interesting that he's giving me that kind of information because I rarely do I start off saying, oh, this person lived here, but that's what this feels like. So I am getting this sense that this guy is talking about living on this. There's horses, there's possibly like a black cow or a darker colored cow or something. I don't know if it's a cow or a bull. This just shows you how much I don't know about that kind of stuff. But I feel like they had a pasture, and I just feel like there were horses on it, not like a ton of them, maybe like 2 or 3, but it just looks so dry and arid. So I don't know exactly why they had the horses or something. So I just have to say that when he died, so I see a few of you saying, oh, my grandpa, oh, my mom, or, but this person, he's telling me that he had a wife that outlived him, but she's dead and she's over there. So they're a couple, but I think he died first. And I think that the lady with him was pretty, I don't know, like just as strong-willed as he is. And they just seem like people who lived out on the country or out in the country. And they also have, here's the other thing. So they're grandparents, and I think they have a grandchild with them in the spirit world. So that means that whoever is connected to this person, either someone's pregnant or they lost a grandchild. But either someone's pregnant that's alive and there's a grandchild coming for whoever's watching, or it is that they have lost a grandchild, I think, grandchild, because it looks kind of young. So I keep seeing, I see a few of you. I can't, so here's the thing about me with names, okay? I suck with living people names and dead people names. So asking me if this is someone's name or not, that's not going to help. But I am pretty good at talking about their personality and some of their memories and stuff like that. So I feel like I have 2 here, and they're just coming and they say they have a grandchild with them. So, but the grandchild seems like there might be like somebody, like there might be somebody having a baby. So, all right, what do we got here? My grandparents. It might be me. This sounds like my Uncle Sam, but his wife is still here. No, he's definitely got like a dead lady with him. They're both kind of have health issues. We have one coming. Tracy Mills. Tracy Mills. Did your grandparents have horses, and do you have a grandchild on the way? I don't know if it's a grandchild or his grandchild or their grandchild, but did they have horses, and did they hold on. Let me just, all right. So I think I'm torn between Emmy and Tracy. So let me see what, let me see what's happening. I see what you're saying, Samantha. And I think I know you. I think you have a mom with the house with the bees. Maybe. I might be wrong about that. But I thought that is yes and yes. And Oh, April's mentioning that there are people who are copying my account and asking for requests for me to be their friend or for you to be my friend or something. That is not me. It will never be me. That is not how I work. So if you see anything like that or you get any requests, please report them. That is not me. Yes and yes on Tracy. And they were at a dairy farm. Did they have Tracy? Did they have horses there? For I don't know why, but did they have like horses? And you guys, Stephanie's right. She's commenting as me. My page is verified. It has the little check mark on Facebook. So if it doesn't have a check mark, it's not me. And so, all right. So, Samantha, I remember you and I remember your mom, and I don't know that it's you. So bear with me though, because Tracy and Emmy, although I think I've done a reading for Emmy before, but Tracy, I am not sure that I'm remembering you. So I don't know if I've ever read you before or not. But Tracy, if you can let me know if they had horses on that farm, because I am not sure. Yes, they had horses. They had horses that were all rode. Okay. But they're not like race horses, right? I think Emmy, I think I might be with Tracy. Just because sometimes I just kind of feel where I'm at. So Tracy, I don't know if I've read you before or not, but I think I'm going to send you the information to click the link. And I haven't. Okay. So I'm just going to put the link right here. Let me see, paste. Let's see. So you should be able to get it. It should be showing up on Facebook and YouTube. So, but that doesn't mean that I didn't get anybody else's people or anything like that. It's just they all start different. I never know what to expect. So it's always a big surprise. But I'm okay. Yeah. And Tracy says, no, they weren't for racing. Perfect. Because they seem like it's like dry. There's a big cow. There's a lady and a man, and they're talking about having a baby with them. So Tracy, you should be able to have the link. If you just want to do audio, that's fine. You don't have to show up on camera or anything. But if you want to do voice, that is definitely available. You just got to click that. And for any of you guys who are watching, I'm still not sure if I'm going to do another reading or not. I might not. I've been on here for an hour already, almost an hour and a half. But I would say to you that I do try to do these as much as possible whenever I get a chance. And usually, I'm like, oh, I have a class coming up or something like that. But I have stuff coming up all year. So you'll be seeing me on here. And so just because your loved one might not show up in this moment doesn't necessarily mean that they're not going to show up at all. It just means that in this particular reading, that's who's drawing my attention. And that's the direction that I'm going. Sometimes people just think like, oh, my loved ones didn't want to talk to me or whatever. That is definitely not how it works. I guarantee you, they all want to talk to you. They're very eager. They're always wanting to connect, whether it's through signs or through a medium or through someone just giving you a message or something like that. They're always wanting to connect. So just because I didn't talk to them tonight does not mean that they did not come today. So Tracy, is that Tracy? Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thanks.
Are you a little surprised that I picked your people?
Yeah, my heart's going like 1,000 beats a minute.
That's okay. Don't worry. We'll get it slowed down. But I feel like they are showing me that they could like ride the horses. It seems like they're in an area where there's not a lot of, like, it might be a drier area or something like that, wherever they lived. But I also feel like they had a tough life. So they had a hard time. But they were like troopers, like they went through everything, and regardless, they've lost everything, gained everything. But they seem to be very attached to their family. But there's a baby they're talking about. So is there a baby coming?
Yes, my daughter's actually having a baby the end of this month.
This month, she's going to have a
Yes.
baby. They've got that
Mhm.
baby with them. And they're wanting you to know that, because there's other babies, there's other grandkids or something, because they say that they meet them all first. But is your dad also gone?
Yes.
Okay, but are those your mom's parents?
Yes.
Okay. Your dad's in spirit as well. I think both of those grandparents are here. And I think your dad is here because he tells me that he was separated or away from you, or something like that when he died, but for like big chunks of life as well. Would that be true?
Yeah. Yes.
And I feel like he kind of had some problems. So I don't know what his problems are, but it seems like he had a lot of them. And his parents are over there as well. And I think you might also have an uncle over there on your dad's side too. Does that
Yes.
make sense to you? Your grandparents,
Yes.
you have an uncle. And is there alcoholism on that side of your family?
On my dad's side,
Yeah. Say no if not.
yes.
It seems like there's some drinkers in your family. So I don't know, the mom's side, dad's side.
It's both sides. Yeah.
Both sides. But I feel like your
Mhm.
dad had some problem when he was alive. He maybe didn't always take the best care of himself. I don't know if it had to do with alcohol or not. I just see that in your family tree. But I feel like your dad didn't always take the best care of himself or something. So he's telling me that. But it's almost like he has some kind of an apology for you. And I'm not exactly sure what it's about right now, but the way it feels is like, it's like almost like he needs to own his own behavior or admit or something like that. So I'm not exactly sure what he's saying here, but he seems to owe you an apology. And does he have other kids besides you?
Yes, he does.
Okay. And they're alive, right?
Yes.
Okay. Hold on a second. Is there also a guy in the spirit world who's like a little brother to you, or
Yes, I do have a little brother over there.
yeah, but is that your little brother, or would he
Yeah,
be
I have
younger
a
than
younger
you?
brother.
He's your younger
He's
brother.
a younger brother. Mm-hmm.
He says he's like your little brother. He's over there with your dad. So that's his dad as well, right?
Yes.
Okay. And I feel like, did your brother also go very quickly?
Yes,
There's
he did.
something about his death that's kind of like shocking.
Yeah.
And he seems to be standing with your dad, and your dad seems to be healing their relationship. And your brother's here, and your dad's here, and both sets of grandparents are here. And I think you have an aunt. Wait, is your mom also gone?
Yes.
She's with her parents. She's the one who rode in on the horse. Your mom
I
is
believe it.
spicy. Your mom's got all this like bam when she walks in the room. Like your dad's over here with your brother, but your mom's like pow. Because I thought she was your aunt. And then I heard, I'm not her aunt. And then I realized that was your mom. And you're a lot like her, is what she's telling me. And she says, like, your personality is the same, your laugh is the same. You know, that lady I was just talking to, I was like, your voice sounds like my voice. There's just a lot about you that reminds me of your mom, and your dad says the same thing. And I also feel like your mom and dad had to heal some shit between the two of them whenever they whenever they met. But did your mom die after your dad?
Yes.
And so I don't know what the deal is, but I almost feel like your mom, if she's acting like when she died, she saw your dad and she's like, oh, it's you. And I feel like they had to resolve some shit. But did your younger brother die before your mom as well? It's okay if not. Just
I don't remember because
You don't
we
remember.
weren't super close, but
that's
I don't
fair.
remember exactly. Yeah.
She says she's with your brother, she's with your dad. They have met all these kids that keep coming in your family and will come in your family. So I don't know if this is your daughter's first kid or her fourth kid, but it seems like there's more to come. And I feel like all of these people, like your mom really digs the whole baby situation. She likes her some little babies. So
Her and my daughter were really close, so
yeah, and
it's
she's
her great
she's a
grandbaby.
guardian of the baby. So I want you to know that, and I think she probably has a message for your daughter about knowing that she's about to have this kid. But I think she also knows the gender of the kid, although I don't know the gender of the kid. But your grandma is saying that are you going to be with your daughter in the delivery room?
No, she's in another state.
She's in another state. So my
Mhm.
thoughts are your mom is going to be with your daughter in the delivery room. So if you're not, she will. But it's not just her. Someone else will be there too. But the thing is, you worry. You worry about your daughter. You worry about everything kind of going on with her, if she's okay. Do you have other grandkids besides that one?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So your mom is watching over all of her great grandkids, and there's a lot. So it's not just your grandkids. It's like she's got some other ones that she's watching over as well. And the one that's coming for your daughter, is this your daughter's first kid?
No, it's her fourth one.
It's her fourth. Okay. So I feel like though your mom, her grandma is saying she's met all of her children. And I feel like, I don't know. I think your daughter's kids see spirits or because they're young or something. So I feel like your mom is constantly visiting your daughter, but I think you have another kid too, right?
Yeah, I have other
Not
ones.
your only one. Okay. Because it's like she's got other great grandkids, and then there's you, and then your siblings, kids kind of stuff. She just seems to really like babies. That is what I want to say about her. So when she's coming through, she's holding all of the babies. When I'm looking over at the other side of your family, I see your dad, I see your little brother in between the two, or your younger brother, and that he goes kind of quickly. And I just feel like your mom and dad and grandparents, but like they're all together, but it's just kind of cool because your mom's where she grew up and how she grew up meant a lot to her. It was part of her identity, like growing up on a dairy farm, riding horses, doing all the cool shit. She didn't ever have any rules about what she was supposed to do as a girl or whatever. She just didn't give a shit. She just is like marches to the beat of her own drummer. And so when she's coming through, she comes with like a big hug for you and a big, like, I'm so happy I'm with them again, with her parents. And she's got some other lady with her as well that seems very friendly to her. So I think maybe you have an aunt over there, or she has a sister-in-law over there. But there's a lady with her. Did one of them die of cancer?
My mom did, yes.
Your mom did. And then she's got a lady with her that had some kind of organ failure. So it's not cancer. It's like it could be liver failure or a renal failure with kidneys or something. But she has a lady with her who she really likes. So she's hanging out with her. And your mom says that her cancer was aggressive. And it was kind of unfair because she said that she followed all the rules, did everything, and it still just kind of took her. But she's telling me that she's doing awesome. So I just want to let you know your mom's doing good in the spirit world. She's telling me that for you, she watches you and or she's close to you. And do you live with one of your kids still?
Yes.
Okay. And is that a son?
Yes.
And so your mom is saying hi to him. Because I feel like he helps you a lot. And
yes.
She's like saying thank you to him for being there to help you out and be kind to you and get you what you need and stuff like that. So she said, tell him I said hello. But you have a son there and you have a daughter. But did you say you have a couple more kids?
Yeah, I have 5 altogether.
You have 5 altogether. So there's more kids. They're just not all living in your house. But you have several grandkids. And so I just feel like your mom is saying you're kind of on a journey, or you're about to start some kind of a, I don't know, doctor journey, health journey, something like that. Something about healing. So I don't know what you're doing, but it looks like there's something about bringing yourself to a healing space. And whatever that looks like, whether it's a doctor's appointment or whether you're going to start a new, I don't know, drug for autoimmune, or whether you're going to, I don't know what it is, but she says you're about to start something new. And I just want to tell you that she's with you for this leg of your journey, whatever the new thing is you're about to start, because it's something that will give you a little more peace. But it looks like a process. It doesn't look like, oh, I'm just going to start this and this is going to help. It's like a whole journey or process. But it seems to be about healing. So I don't know if it's emotional, physical, mental healing, but whatever it is, she's around for all of it. And she just cheers you on all the time. So just make sure your daughter knows that your mom has already met her kids, especially the one that's about to be born. And when she's in the delivery room, just tell her that your mom will make her presence known. And she will make sure that she knows that she came to visit her while she delivered this child. But in the moment, the child goes back and forth between the spirit world and the living world. You know how like when you're pregnant, you feel a move, and then there's like hours where you feel absolutely nothing. It's because until they are born, their soul never is fully attached until they come into this life. I also feel like, did your daughter lose a pregnancy at some point?
Yes, she did.
Okay. And so I just also feel like your mom is saying that your daughter lost a pregnancy at some point, and she considers that that would have been one of her kids. I'm just going to tell you that the pregnancy she lost has returned. This is that soul who is very insistent about being with your daughter. So when this child is born, she's not going to have anybody over there. Any losses she's had or whatever, they just, you know, like it's all biology. So if they want to come back, they're just going to come back. And the analogy I use is like, I don't know if you've ever bought like those 10 packs of fireworks and 9 of them go off and one of them's a dud. It's kind of like that with biology. Sometimes there's just a dud and it doesn't work, and that soul comes back. So just let her know that when this kid is born, she'll have all of her kids, because I think she'll be done at 4.
Right.
But
Yeah,
you never know. She might be creative and want another one. So her mom had 5. My mom had 5 and I had 4. So, you know, I'm just knocking it out one generation at a time. But I just want to tell you that your mom seems really attached to you and attached to your daughter and your son and your other kids and her other great grandkids and grandkids. So I just want to let you know that. And she just says, you and her are a lot alike. You forget how strong you are. Your mom was like a wildfire, but you forget that you're that strong too. So she's reminding you of that as you kind of like move into whatever chapters you're moving into in life right now. So
is what she's talking about. Could that happen to be with one of my other granddaughters, that my son's daughter?
That what?
That I'm trying to get reattached with?
Oh, no. Well, what she was talking about is about you healing you. Any other stuff she would work, because spirits can work to kind of inspire those things to be connected to us. And she said, of course I help with that, because our loved ones are in the same frequency as like an aha moment. When you get a really good idea, you remember where your car keys are or whatever, like they can inspire the living. So she can help inspire your son and his partner, ex-partner, I don't know, to let that daughter be in your life more, or have you spend more time with her. But the healing I'm talking about is something for you. It's something about like getting to a good place, getting in alignment, like emotional, mental, physical, spiritual, like getting into alignment. So there might just be some things happening in your life right now that are making you feel like more authentic to who you are and more like you want to express yourself more. So I have to say that's all good shit. And I feel like your mom is proud of you, that you're trying and that you're always trying to connect with family, even though not everything's been all rainbows and lollipops. Because it definitely feels like you've had your share of hardship. But I feel like your mom says she's kind of walked with you through all of it because your mom's been in the spirit world for a while. But all the hardship and stuff that you go through, I just want you to know your mom and your grandparents and your dad, who wasn't always around, and your younger brother and your other grandparents and an uncle and someone that feels like an aunt or godmother or something like that. They all are around you. So you have all the inspiration and help you need. All you have to do is listen to it and reach out for it. But your daughter's baby will be absolutely fine. But I think she wanted her to know that her baby was coming back. As far as you and your granddaughter, you'll be connected to all your grandkids. I just don't know exactly what the timing looks like on that. But according to your mom, you'll be connected to everyone. So I just want to tell you that. And I want to give you like a big hug from your mom. She just comes and wraps her arms around you. But your mom looks like she's like 35 riding in on a horse out of nowhere. Like she just rides in. And then I see a cow. And I'm just like, what the hell? But she's not riding the cow. She's riding the horse. But I feel like your mom was kind of a badass like that. So
Yeah.
I'm talking to her. She's fiery. She's independent. She's headstrong. She's all those things. And I just feel like when I look at her in the spirit world, she's the very best version of herself. So I just want to let you know that and give you lots of love from your mama. So I know I've never read you before, but I would just say let it all kind of digest. And like I told the last person, it's recorded and it's on here. And I think we began at about an hour 20. So you can just move to that part and listen to it then. But congratulations on being a grandma again.
Thank you so much, Kim.
You're very welcome. It was very nice to meet you.
Thank you.
I hope the rest of your night is absolutely lovely, and tell your kids that their grandma has got eyes on them all the time.
Okay.
So, and you too.
Yeah.
Have a great
They'll
night.
be happy to hear that. Thank you so much. I said, thank you so much. They'll be happy to hear that.
Good. I hope the rest of your night is lovely.
Thank you. Have a blessed night.
Bye-bye. All right, you guys. Thank you for sticking around. I think I'm not going to do another one, but I do want to say thank you for showing up. As always, you'll catch me when I do this. If you're not on the mailing list, get on the mailing list because Steph usually sends it out like right before I do it. So everybody can like get on if they want to. I really appreciate that you guys all signed on and listened to me yap away for a while. I did the messages that I could tonight. It does take a little while to get everything kind of situated. But of course, I always do readings at my office. I do them on Zoom. I do them on the phone. They all have different benefits, right? Like if you're in person, it's kind of nice because you get to like work with the energy of the person. If it's on Zoom, it's just as good, I feel like, because the soul is right there in front of you and you could still make those connections. But the thing about phone that makes that a little different, a little awesome, but also different. If you're the type of person where you like the face-to-face contact, phone won't work for you. But phone is good. Like if you, because I can't see you, right? If you need that validation that your loved ones are with you, and if I'm telling you stuff and I can't even see you, I'm just talking to you on a phone line, that might give you like the validation you need. It's totally up to you guys, like if and when you want to do that. And I have a class coming up next Wednesday. That's about energy work and stuff like that. So, and then if you are on TikTok, you guys, I might go on there and talk about some signs a little bit more. Whoever just said, oh, it's about people's loved ones. I did do a reading for Janette in the middle that was strictly psychic. because it's nice to talk to your loved ones, but you also have shit going on in your life. So I'm a psychic and a medium, and that means I can talk about things going on in your life, but I can also talk to your loved ones. Often what happens is that your loved ones kind of come to kind of cheer you on and validate your experiences. But a lot of people that sign on to the lives do it to talk to their loved ones. The psychic stuff, I do those readings too. I do them all day, every day. But people's loved ones seem to be what they want the most. So I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. And Samantha, I remember you because your mom had the, and I think you gave me a bed in 2016 when I helped get all that furniture for that dude and his two little girls around Christmas. I think that was probably the last time I saw you. But if I saw you a long time ago, I remember you. But if I saw you last week, I will most likely forget. But I really appreciate every single one of you guys watching and doing this with me. And I hope the rest of your night is awesome. And if you're in Colorado, it's supposed to snow tomorrow. That I'm just like, why? But I know we need the moisture. So anyway, keep track of me on Facebook, on Instagram. And I don't use Instagram that much. On TikTok, on YouTube, on my website. We're probably going to be announcing some events coming up now that I've got this kind of year-long class kind of handled or situated. So there'll be other things that I do. And you guys let me know this, because I just want your opinions since there's some of you still signed on here. So one of the things I'm going to do is, like, I have this business called Soul Social, and I launched it as an app, but we couldn't maintain the amount of work that it took to do an app and make it work for everybody and have a bunch of people sign up for it. My son, Chris, made it for me. So instead, what I've decided to do is create events and groups on there. So, because like Facebook, all this stuff going on, there's so many different bits of our information that are taken from us. So on my app, it's just me. I don't look at your information. I don't give a shit. There's no advertising. There's nothing like that. We might have to make it like a few bucks a month or something. I don't know right now, but I wanted to provide something like that, and also social events at my office for those of you that live in Colorado. Like, one of the things we were talking about is doing like, I have all these easels, so we can do like a soul portrait kind of thing. We could do, someone mentioned to me about bringing in costume jewelry that they're done with and doing like a jewelry exchange. And I have an honor library in my office now. So you guys can borrow books and stuff if you want and just return them whenever. So I want to like create more community, because if anything's going on, like, the world is crazy and I think people need people. So I want to create that for you guys and make it affordable and enjoyable, so that people can come and have these experiences. And my development groups and stuff will be back. So if any of you guys are interested in doing stuff like that, I just want you to know it's coming up. It'll be on my website. And then the app, some of you guys had already downloaded to your phones from the last time. So that is kind of my plan, is that I'll be doing some stuff like that, just to help people stay connected. And I also thought, and you guys tell me what you think about this, but I was like, I could just do a day, because I never get to like hang out with you guys. Like, I just do readings all day and then I get all burned out and then I can't hang out with anybody. So I thought that it might be cool if, like, on a Sunday afternoon or something, that I might be like, or a Sunday morning, like, hey, you guys want to come hang out with me? And we can like kind of, Chris can bring his gluten-free stuff, so you guys could have access to buy that, and coffee, and we could just sit around and play games or do dumb shit, or get to know each other. I don't even know, but I just feel like there's a need for that. So I want to accommodate that need. So if any of you guys are interested in that, or any of you are ever like, oh my God, I want to hang out with you, I don't know why, but if you do, there might be like some opportunities kind of coming up that are just days that I'll just call a gathering. So if you guys want to come gather with me and hang out and talk about all this kind of shit, that would be lovely. But anyway, that's what I wanted to tell you. So some of you said they love that. Awesome, 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 awesome. Okay, good. That's what I wanted to hear. So that is lovely. Okay, you guys. So I am going to sign off, but I will be getting back. So if you guys are not on my mailing list, I would say get on my mailing list. It's on my website, readingsbykim.com, because all these events and stuff are always there, and they'll be on my website. They'll be on Facebook, but not everybody's using Facebook these days. And if I do a video, it would probably be like a newsletter video. So if you guys want to participate in that stuff, just make sure you're on my mailing list, or that you're checking Facebook events and stuff like that. But it will be good to get to hang out with you guys if we get to do that. That would be lovely. So I hope you guys have a great night, and thanks for tuning in, and stay warm.